of the subcommittee for his opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's entirely appropriate that we have these hearings focusing on an area with almost 2 billion people and an area in where almost half those people are under 25. Our witnesses focus on all of the countries of South Asia with the, what should we say, shared jurisdiction with regard to Pakistan. And I know our subcommittee includes all of South Asia. There are special both aid and diplomatic authorities to deal with Pakistan and Afghanistan. And maybe we would hold joint hearings looking at those two countries together. Maybe next year we'll make your Pakistan, Afghanistan counterparts do double duty and come before us as well as the other subcommittee. As to India, I think it'll go down in world history to have an election in which 553 million people cast ballots, as occurred in April and May of last year. India is one of our most important strategic and geopolitical partners. Many important issues face the country, and I look forward to hearing from our witnesses. As to economic relations, Ms. Biswal, you've testified before our subcommittee about the importance of negotiating a bilateral investment treaty between our country. In joint statements that have come out, President Obama's visit to India in January, there's further talk of this treaty. Now, right now our trade is about $100 billion in goods and services, and we are already running a $30 billion trade deficit, 30%. I'm interested in how the administration isn't just going to have more trade, but more balanced trade. Very executive agencies of our government have occasionally testified that if you could increase American trade by having $1 billion of new exports and $2 billion of new imports, that was wonderful, $3 billion in trade. The fact is, unbalanced trade means we lose jobs. And I joined the Vice President in a goal of $500 billion of bilateral trade, 250 and 250. One element of this is the U.S.-India nuclear cooperation agreement. When we voted in favor of that, we were told that India would open up its market to U.S. companies by making the necessary changes in its liability laws. To date, I'm not sure they've done that, and I look forward to hearing from our witnesses. I would hate to think that we voted for that agreement, believing certain things that didn't turn out to be true, and then we're being given another agreement to vote on. As to Bangladesh, the democratic process is weak. 1/3 of the people live in extreme poverty. The two matriarchs fight over power. One of the dominant parties boycotted the elections altogether, and I look forward to you solving that problem easily in the next few months. And of course, when we focus on Bangladesh, we need to focus on labor and working conditions. So many of us see their products in our stores. I know that there's some progress. Some 200 labor unions have been established. A number of unsafe factories have been closed down. But then 2 weeks ago, a roof collapses on another Bangladeshi factory, and we are left with many dead and injured. As to Sri Lanka, we saw a real test of a democracy. And the greatest test of a democracy is when one party is voted out, another party is voted in. The party is voted in actually takes power. The new president, soon to be empowered parliament, have to resolve a lot of human rights issues growing out of the 26-year-long civil war. I understand our 2016 budget was drawn up before the surprise elections. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to help the new president with truth and reconciliation. And the new government, of course, faces the possibility of non-constitutional attack from both the former president, but more importantly, perhaps for the former president's brother, former defense minister, who was implicated in certain unwarranted and tragic instances at the end of the Civil War. So I see that the new president is open to trials taking place in Sri Lanka, and they might do more to heal the country than the trials taking place at the International Criminal Court or some other far-off land. I've got wonderful paragraphs written by a brilliant staff about Nepal, but my time has expired and I yield back.
Thank you. Mr. Connolly, did you have an opening statement?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.